Also want to tell you about Silver Lungs. Silverlungs.com. The Silver Lungs generator is a highly cost-effective colloidal silver generator and lung delivery system that produces pure and endless colloidal silver and delivers the solution directly to the bloodstream. The mucous membranes of the repository system in the first line of defense, in the respiratory system, the first line of defense for airborne pathogens, the Silver Lungs generator instantly arms these mucous membranes with nano-sized silver. Go to silverlungs.com and be sure to check out their complete line of colloidal silver generators and the very affordable ready-made ionic silver solutions, or check out their banner on prisonplanet.com. That's silverlungs.com, silverlungs.com. What I ought to do is in the last 20 minutes of the show have Aaron Dykes, because he's the one doing the deep research on this, and I already knew it was an operation and knew that we had people showing up at the office trying to talk to us about the mansion fire. And then I had a police source that warned me that it was an intelligence operation. And it was probably an inside job by the government to get rid of the DPS director and have a police state crackdown further in the state of Texas that wouldn't go under Homeland Security control. And then it turns out the FBI informant, who I was told was an informant at the time, I didn't really know who they were, I was just told about it from sources, who did set up the two people from Austin up in Minneapolis, St. Paul for the RNC last year. And it's admitted, he's done NPR interviews, that the people never were going to firebomb. He kept telling them, we got to firebomb, we got to be real activists. And then the kids never showed up to do the firebombing, but they still arrested them. So basically this guy just sat around talking about it. And now eyewitnesses in Austin are saying, yeah, no, this guy was having meetings with a Palestinian guy that got murdered and thrown in the lake, all gutted and tortured, and then they said it was a suicide with his arms bound in the water. That's like Gary Webb, who wrote the CIA crack cocaine story, shooting himself twice in the head, and witnesses seeing, men climbing in and out of his house. And the media said, oh, yeah, it's quite normal to shoot yourself twice in the head. Turns out that guy is an admitted federal informant, and eyewitnesses are saying, and there needs to be a criminal investigation of this, that he wanted them to firebomb Brave New Books. What they wanted to do was get the patsies in there to then claim Brave New Books was involved, if that's true, and it fits in. And I knew it was a setup at the time when I started getting all this chatter and people wanting to come over to the office, and I was, no. That's why we don't let anybody at the office, and our location is hidden, and no one is ever to come here, and no one is, we do not answer the door. Because we've had people try to set us up with other stuff. I mean, it's dangerous, folks. These informants are just very sinister. And because they're not informants, they're operatives. These are intelligence operations being run. And so I called the state police about this, and they sent the BATF out because I said, I know these people are here, and I believe this is an inside job. And I wanted it on record that I wasn't anywhere near any of their people. So the whole thing in Minnesota, the whole thing with the governor's mansion, all of this interconnected, guaranteed. And I don't know if this particular informant, as is being reported with the Brave New Books or with this Palestinian that was killed, but these are a lot of witnesses that people know at Brave New Books, and I trust their reports. But again, the establishment doesn't want a little bookstore educating the public down on Guadalupe Street. And these eyewitnesses say this federal informant begged them to firebomb Brave New Books. And so this is the type of just craziness that we're living in the middle of. And then I go to end the Fed rallies, and it later gets declassified. The Army is there watching us. They want to radicalize everything politically to demonize anyone that is outspoken. And that's why I've always said we are nonviolent here and do not call for violence. Because the system wants to set us up.
Say no to government vaccinations. Say no to toxic overload. Say no to chemicals. Say yes to liquid zeolite. When you have fatigue, problems concentrating, muscle weakness, headaches, digestion, memory loss, influenza, or joint pain, the solution may be as simple as detoxifying your body. Chemical-free liquid zeolite helps the body heal itself so that it can become stronger to fight off viruses. Why risk government vaccinations? Liquid zeolite detoxifies the body by safely helping remove toxins and heavy metals, boosting energy levels, and promoting a strong immune system. Liquid zeolite is tasteless, odorless, and so gentle you won't even know you're taking it. Feel great again in as little as 3 days to 3 weeks. Liquid zeolite comes with a money-back guarantee, but it's only available at RestoreYourHealthNow.com. Learn how to get free bottles of liquid zeolite at RestoreYourHealthNow.com. That's RestoreYourHealthNow.com, or call 1-800-976-0025. 1-800-976-0025. 100% natural, 100% safe, 100% amazing. Try liquid zeolite today.
Hundreds of nations have fallen to tyranny in the last century alone. This is our last chance to not relive history.
As we're finishing off this agenda, they'll be pulling the rug from underneath Americans at home.
They have tremendous influence on our president and Congress, and they really are calling the shots.
I think it's incumbent upon all of us as American citizens to pay attention.
Fall of the Republic identifies the enemies of our nation, the criminal offshore cartel, hell-bent on destroying sovereignty, and on its ashes constructing world government.
Tim Geithner, Bernanke, they're arsonists. They're asking for more matches. And the Congress is saying, who do we make the check out to?
Today, it seems like nobody does care. And right now in Washington, D.C., we have seen a fall of the Republic.
Get your copy of Fall of the Republic on DVD at Infowars.com or watch it online right now in super high quality at prisonplanet.tv.
AirandAqua.com is your one-stop shop for some of the most affordable air and water purification systems available on the market today. AirandAqua.com knows exactly what doesn't belong in our air and our water, and they know exactly how to help you rid your home or office of these harmful toxins. Did you know that your skin actually absorbs more chlorine while you shower than from the water you drink? AirandAqua.com can help you eliminate dangerous chlorine from your water. AirandAqua.com carries atmospheric water generators, glass water bottles, chlorine-reducing shower filters, air purifiers, water ionizers, filters that remove up to 95% of the fluoride in your water, whole house water purification systems, solar-powered lawn and garden products, water testing kits, and more. Visit AirandAqua.com. That's AirandAqua.com. Or call 1-866-380-2782. That's 1-866-380-2782. AirandAqua.com. Purify your life today.
Don't want no shackles.
Okay, at the end of the show, I'm going to have Aaron in with his article at Infowars.com to break this down. But Aaron just corrected me. On the NPR piece, they admit this federal informant who set up the guys who never carried out a firebombing with Molotov cocktails. And the reports are he was, telling them, let's do it, let's stand up to these people. He comes out of New Orleans, just like Lee Harvey Oswald. He's in Texas, in Austin. He then is involved in Brave New Books. He's involved with these different organizations. And the Palestinian guy that got brutally murdered and they said was a suicide, you corrected me. On the NPR piece, they admit he had infiltrated that he was a professor. I'm going from memory on all this because this happened a year ago. But, Aaron?
Yeah, it's a little convoluted, but in the NPR story, they make it sound nice and friendly, and they claim that this Riyad Hamad and his associates somehow were the terrorists, and what that may or may not be based on, I have no idea. And they claim that he was the informant trying to bust that up and that they were trying to recruit this FBI informant. It was probably backwards.
Yeah, but why would this FBI informant, because there's other eyewitnesses stepping forward, why would he be trying to get locals to firebomb Brave New Books?
It's bizarre, and the NPR piece makes no mention of the fact that this Riyad Hamad was found gagged and duct tape at the bottom of the lake here in Austin.
And they called it a suicide.
And separately, this anarchist witness, Scott Crow, was...
I talked to his mosque. They called me. They said he was gutted open, sliced open, tortured.
All his friends and associates believe he was murdered, which Seems
I mean, that he had been tortured. He'd been cut up like a hog.
But separately, the anarchist was introduced by this admitted FBI informant, and he was told these are real revolutionaries. Riyad Ahmad and his associates are really going to get things done, unlike the liberal anarchists. So he was trying to provocateur, obviously, multiple groups. If you correlate the report.
Folks, anybody that walks up to you at events and says, let's really blow some stuff up, they're a Fed. And you should pull out a camera, go to their car, put it on YouTube. Everybody should carry a camera, just start videotaping them. They have small video cameras now. Put it on the web and call the police on them. That's what I did. Because remember, we had them showing up at the door going, I worked at the governor's mansion. I have inside stuff. They're going to say I did it. Alex, what do you think of what happened? And then other people showing up, and then stuff about, then I got a police source going, yeah, no. There's informants involved with all of this and firebombings planned.